It's time for maybe everybody's favorite let's take a breather category before the main event, but one that has become surprisingly competitive over the last few years for a spur of the moment ad libbed category the year it started. It is Goodest Boy, formerly known as the Best Dog Wearing an Accessory Award. I can't believe this is the fifth year of this thing, by the way. This feels every year I feel like, oh, we came up with this one last year.
Fifth year.
2017, the winner was Mario Odyssey, dog in a cowboy hat.
Oh,
2018, Minit, dog in an eye patch. Man,
very good boy.
Mark Robinson, Minit, right?
That was a good game.
That game fucking
Bad
slaps.
in control.
Oh.
At this point, we've just completely turned heel on each other.
Fucking acrimony on this show.
Oh, that's the best thing I've ever said.
2019, Yamper from Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't think Mark was letting that one not win that year.
Not a chance.
2020, Backpack Cat, Miles Morales, another
Strong
Jack
winner.
Lazell triumph.
Oh, come on. I love Backpack Cat.
And also, like, the moment that we kind of like threw the chains off and it's like, it doesn't have to be a dog anymore. If it's good, it qualifies.
Well, the second I saw that fucking cat in that fucking backpack, I was like, right, this category needs to change, son. And change it did.
Right. Nominees for 2021. Bidoof, new Pokemon Snap. Cabin Dog from Carve. Chorizo from Far Cry 6. Cosmo, Guardians of the Galaxy. Kammy, also Guardians of the Galaxy. Oink from Haven. The Phogs from Phogs. The Skatebird from Skatebird. Crow, Death's Door. And your character from Chicory. Allow me to actually. Do you know what? I will go with the Wheel of Fate. I was gonna
trust the wheel.
Yeah, we need to trust the wheel. It has served us well low these many years. Our winner is me. Okay. Right. I hate going first in these because then I have to try and like type the order we're going in as I'm deliberating.
Yeah, I thought you meant because basically in this category, every dog that gets eliminated is killed.
Yeah,
immediately terminated.
No,
immediately
they get sent to the farm to live out the rest of life.
Oh, where the queen is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
With the benefit of being the one who assembled these nominees, so I think I remember most of the multiple nominees, I might try and go for the Cabin Dog here.
I would have gone for that first anyway. It's on there because, I mean, it is literally the one you
because that dog mauled a child.
Because you can literally pet it, right? You know, but it doesn't do anything. It just kind of sits there in the cabin like a good boy. But you can go over to it and you can pet it. So, good job. And it's an actual dog, which
I feel like
quite a few that aren't. So
in the spirit of getting McGee to do the multiplayer game of the year, we should try and get that can you pet the dog Twitter account guy to do this.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, let's get some cross-brand synergy there. But yes,
Yeah.
the cabin dog can go.
We can't use the dog defense. We've established the new rule set, and we know how important rules are on this show.
I'm not saying it wins.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh Jesus!
Cabin dog has rabies and has been terminated.
Are there any other dogs I can quickly put on while we're at it?
I don't think
there's got to be a dog in Psychonauts that you guys can fucking chuck on the
Toby, the official dog of Link to the Gas.
Listen, Toby would win every year.
There is a lot of lads, all the like paper animals in the library world in Psychonauts. The snake cop.
Oh my god, there are.
But we won't do that. We won't do that.
Jack again.
No.
You just son of a bitch.
Barry, it's you.
Barry,
okay. The animal I'm going to cut here, this one carried its game. Okay. Basically no other redeeming features. Very funny, very cute little outfit to look at it and all sort of stuff. But nonetheless, I'm going to have to say Skatebird has to go, unfortunately.
Yeah.
You can put an owl in a top hat. Like
it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
I had a budgie with a mohawk.
Yeah,
and to be fair,
if you go
like
owl in a top hat, then I'm just reminded of how disgusted I am that we didn't have this award when Rowlet could have won.
Oh my god. I'm looking at a Rowlet across my room now. Like I would smash my top with the Rowlet.
Yeah, no, Honestly, I look at Skatebird and I actually feel like a sense of disappointment more than anything else.
Yep.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
totally.
I actually have 2 Rowlets. I lied.
Look at that little
Amazing.
guy.
Right. Okay. Skatebird is gone. Jack, you're next. Who goes off to the glue factory?
Oh, sweet God, he's gonna be turned into a tennis racket.
Needs more dog.
Needs more dogs. Yeah. Ooh. Phogs from Phogs.
Do you know what? I was sitting here and I was actually thinking that Phogs probably should have been in okayest game of the year.
Too late
it's-
now, Mark. No.
Yeah, I know. But-
Another Ryan. God.
But that game is like, it's that kind of like, it has one idea that is like, hey, you have like this one long continuous and you have to, it has that kind of quappish sort of feel to all of its controls. They're very adorable. You can make them bark. There is a button to literally make them bark.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. I think that should be like, if you're ever playing as a dog, you definitely need to have a bark button.
And it's kind of like a cat dog, but with 2 dogs. Like
Yeah, that's
is.
what it reminded me of. Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is literally that. Yeah.
And that's kind of where I wanted to cut it, because I was like, I've seen this before, but cooler.
I never understood how cat dog like works in terms of moving around, and it's kind of the same thing like with Phogs. Like they just slide across the floor.
I mean, in terms of shitting, cat dog is a nightmare.
Well, in terms of Phogs, the same kind of principle applies there.
Mike, let me just explain to you, okay? So, like, one fine day with a woof and a purr, a baby was born, and it caused a little stir. No blue bug, no three-eyed frog, just a feline, canine, little cat dog.
Yeah, Phogs doesn't
Thank you
have a
very
song,
much.
so I guess it can go for that.
Yeah,
principle.
and I guess I was just reminded of how much more I love cat dog than Phogs.
Fair.
Cat dog.
Mark, you're next.
I'm going with cat dog.
I put it on. I'll take it off. Oink is this kind of like neon lizard alien creature. It's pretty cool.
I mean, that sounds pretty cool.
It's pretty cool. It makes some pretty cool noises. But also
The motherfucker's name's Oink.
I'm not gonna fight for it. Like there's
My
actually
boy's
quite a
called
lot.
Oink. He's a lizard.
Oink is probably like the second best thing about that game after certain parts of the soundtrack. So, in some ways it probably should be held in slightly kind of higher regard, but I'm not gonna fight for it.
It looks like it has like little mushrooms and trees and stuff on its back.
It's got a design to it, I imagine it probably glows in the dark.
Okay, Dave, you're next. Thanks, Dave. It's already very tough.
Mm.
So there's 2 games I didn't play on this list. One of them I know not to touch because the good boy in question was like the main thing I heard positive about one of them. So I'm just going to go with your character from Chicory.
Yeah, the only thing I would say in defense of it is just its character design is so good. It's so gosh darn cute. Little just textbook illustration of a little anthropomorphic pup looking listfully up at the world around it. And it's got like I think its default costume is little dungarees, and you can change its little outfit as you go through the game. It doesn't affect the game at all, but you can just change its outfit and color it. It's a very good boy. I think this is a classic case of loaded category. It doesn't hang.
Yeah.
It's a potential winner on another year, I would say.
I appreciated my little Goujon and the very short amount of time I spent with him in that world, and he like, for me, he's a quintessential good boy. Like he
Absolutely,
he just wants to do right in the world.
That is an adorable ass dog. When I would have looked at it, you just love. I literally laid eyes on him and loved him immediately.
And he's got some great like expressions as well. Like he's really.
He
well
looks like he's your
designed.
mate. Like this is my friend. Like every good dog should have that.
Right. Barry.
Kind of in the inverse of that, I think this character is cool. I think it has some adorable moments, but it's kind of stoic and like the embodiment of like death and misery and all that's bad in the world. So I feel like the crow probably has to go.
I really like the crow.
I
love the
crow.
way the crow eats its soup.
I'm
It
sorry.
does love its soup.
I am sorry, Steve Borden. The crow sting has to go.
It's like the soup, and there's a couple of other little moments that Levitt's adorable his little crow with the sword. Look at him go! But like as like a harbinger of death for everyone, I'm kind of like, I can't have this guy win Goodest boy.
And I love how just like, because obviously it's a crow, he's just very unfazed by everything around him.
Yes.
It's like there's this real kind of like tunnel vision, one track minor, like this is the job that I got to do, and nothing is stopping me from doing it. You know?
Yeah, it's kind of like really adorable aesthetics, but put on like a Dark Souls boss in a way. Like it's this. Just
I
like,
do appreciate that. I really do. You know?
Yeah.
If you guys had put Betty the fucking Yeti on here, or that like Lord ass frog, I would have found it way harder to cut you for two of those.
I feel like we'd be really stretching the limits of what the fuck this category is meant to represent.
The frog is a good one though, but I think it's a push.
Right. Okay. Who's up next then? So Jack.
Oh dear. Do you know what the great part is? I'm looking at all four of the things that remain here, and I love them all. So like I feel like I can't lose now. I think just based on the fact that like it has existed for quite a while previous to this year, I'm gonna cut Bidoof.
I love his little beaver dam though.
I love Bidoof. Listen, like I am high as fuck on Bidoof. I love it, but it has been around in 3D version of it in Pokemon Snap, creating the little dam and like having the other Bidoofs just having a great time and being really enjoyable and playful. It's awesome, and it's one of the things I love about the first level of Pokemon Snap, and one of the things that immediately put me at ease when I started playing the game. However, as we all know, like I've said, rules are very important to me.
Look,
here.
I just want to say, we just got Garrett Kidney as a permanent member, right? Do you want to jeopardize that?
And we're gonna hoof Bidoof.
Yeah, but that's the thing, you know, like we have to have some sort of antagonism. You know, there's been no crosswords on this show. We've all got along for this whole time. So obviously, when I get back with Garrett, like we can find it out.
Does Garrett like Control? I have to ask him that. I feel like he probably does.
If he hated it, it would be very amusing.
It would be actually hilarious. It would be the funniest possible outcome if that was.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
fine. Bidoof can go.
I look. I hate doing it, but the four things, the other three things that are left here, I love them all. So, yeah.
Okay. Right, Mark.
There's a real Sophie's choice here.
It doesn't get much harder than this. I don't know.
So we have Chorizo from Far Cry 6. We have Cosmo from Guardians of the Galaxy. And we have Kammy from Guardians of the Galaxy. I don't want to pick Chorizo just because I haven't played that game. But fuck me, even from the pictures alone, that is the goodest boy.
Oh man, he's adorable. He's a little sausage dog on wheels, and he like carries bits of tech and stuff around for you. And like all of the side animals that you get in that game absolutely rip through soldiers. Like you can get like you can have a panther as like your side buddy, and it destroys soldiers, man.
I mean, it's a fucking panther.
Look, I don't want to presume pernicious activity on the part of a developer, but I suspect they strongly were pushing to win this award because they were like, what are you going to do? Vote out a dog? Okay, what about a dog with a disability?
Yeah,
exactly. And you know what? Like
that
all
is
the other
dirty pool, sir.
Here's the thing. Here's the kicker, right? All the other animals kill the shit out of all the soldiers, but you know what Chorizo does? He distracts them by just being adorable. He runs up to them on these little squeaky wheels, and he goes in their face, and the soldier bends down, and they're petting Chorizo, and they're having a good time with Chorizo, and that's when you strike. That's when bullet to the top of the skull.
I get that, but is he a space llama?
Here's the thing.
Or a cosmonaut.
Here's the thing.
It's a telepathic cosmonaut.
Here's the thing. No. Like, and I love those two too. I don't know kind of where my heart is going to fully land
because let me tell you, the Don't Worry Be Happy minigame section with Kammy was the hardest I laughed this year.
Yeah.
And it's not just Kammy, it's like the interaction of all of them between like the terrible singing of Rocket, The fact that Kammy hates like Gamora singing as well, and it's just this really dumb mini game. But it also
I think this is another segment I missed in this fucking game. I didn't see this.
Yeah, I didn't see it
good.
on my playthrough, but I looked it up. But I will say, like, even before you like mention more about that segment, Mark, I think just like every time Cammy's big dumb face just comes across the camera, I popped huge.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. So there's a bit where Drax, when he gets like warped and he believes in the promise, he locks all of the main characters in their chambers in the ship, except for Kammy. And so that they realize that the only way that they can get out is Kammy has to go and chew the wire that like trips the door so they will unlock. And but he responds to singing, but only good singing. So if someone sings badly, he'll walk away, and if they sings good, he'll come towards them. So you have to use like, I can't remember exactly how the mechanic works exactly, but you have the 4 characters, 2 of them that he doesn't like their singing, 2 of them he does like the singing, and this is all done to the song "Don't Worry, Be Happy." So you've got like just them trying to sing the song, and Rocket's like, and it's the peak of like what builds up to Kammy being a really enjoyable, like dumb fucking space llama character that you think doesn't really, it's just going to be like, oh, it's just going to be this like this one hit joke that just kind of hangs around the ship and just like chews on stuff. But then it becomes like this kind of core central part for that moment, and it pays off really well.
They kind of adopt him as a mascot.
But then there's also Cosmo. I do not know how. I actually physically cannot bring myself to vote off one of these 3.
Yeah, they're all so awesome.
Do we just go to the poll?
Well, we need to talk about Cosmo for a second at least, right?
I mean, like, what is there to say?
Like, he has a bunch of pups, and they're all good boys as well.
I gotta say, the most adorable moment in video games this entire year was one night I was playing Guardians of the Galaxy here in my office, and it was one of the Cosmo scenes, and I think it's the one with him, the first time you see him in the litter of pups that he has.
Yes.
Also, every single one of them good boys and girls. And he let out a little kind of like a little bark, Cosmo did, and a couple of seconds later I turned to my right and Toby, my golden retriever, had woken up and now was intently staring without blinking at Cosmo on the screen.
Mate.
That melted my heart in a way that it kind of makes me want to push for Cosmo.
It's a great moment.
Like a
Cosmo's
video
awesome.
game good boy and a real life good boy just working together, just pals.
And he has some
Cosmo-
really funny lines as well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Cosmo runs shit. That's what I like about him. He's not like
that's great.
he's not like a subservient pet. Like Cosmo fucking he's the man. Like he's helping the Guardians out.
Yeah, Cosmo is significantly more together and intelligent than every single Guardian of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
and the entire Nova Corps.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just love it when he's
one
like,
step ahead.
yeah.
Yeah,
great.
exactly. It's a Russian fucking
Or
Cosmo.
when he
Like-
just calls them Guardian of Galaxies.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's great. It's like like surprisingly well written character, or the goodest boy character category.
And the backstory that I like as well is that like we're kind of to believe that the Russians sent this dog into space to see like the effects of it, and then probably just abandoned Cosmo up there. But then Cosmo developed super intelligence. That one cutaway gag in The Simpsons where it's like, do we tell everybody that the monkeys we sent into space came back? But no, I don't think we'll be telling them that. And then the monkey like runs away. So I kind of just assumed that backstory for Cosmo when you get to see him. So I was like, brilliant.
But
Like,
there's also like such great juxtaposition where he's talking and he's obviously being very authoritative, but he's also like playing fetch with a ball and bringing it over and talking while he's got the ball in his mouth.
yeah, exactly.
I failed the speech check to like convince him not to take the promise.
Oh, no.
And then the result is that Quill pulls out a ball from his pocket and distracts him with the ball to free yourself from that situation.
I was
like, that's pretty fucking great for that.
That game.
Yeah, man. One of my favorite things about this is like the amount of bits and pieces that I missed, or we all missed from this game.
Oh, Storm Riders, my friend. Right. Okay. So do we just?
I think we have to vote.
Yeah, I think we have to go. Oh, we vote, or we just go straight to the poll?
No, I was trying to vote first, see what happens.
Okay. Fuck. I gotta go Cosmo. So Barry's next. Sorry.
God. I'm gonna go Chorizo.
Okay. Mark.
It's Jack first.
Oh, sorry, Jack.
Hey. Do you know what? Just because I want to put Mark in this position, I'm gonna go Kammy.
That's terrible.
Go on,
That is
mate.
terrible.
Jack, have I told you before that I love you?
I love
It's
you
like
too,
we were
bro.
at our most like at odds with each other during music, and now we're back together. The hive mind is back, baby.
Oh, all right, fine. Jesus.
Oh, no, it's Jack next.
Because I was gonna go with you and Chorizo and like because I was thinking that we was gonna have like a two-way tie here and then take it to the polls. But if you're gonna do that, then I'm gonna go Cosmo. Cosmo takes it.
I have no issue with Cosmo
Okay.
whatsoever.
Yeah, that's perfectly fair. This is another one where even if I didn't win, can't argue with that. That's
Oh,
no,
a great winner.
there are no losers here.
No, I love Cosmo. And I kind of feel like that whole discussion we just had, we all kind of deep down were kind of like, yeah, Cosmo rules.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay.
Like he's of the five we've had here, other than Dog and an Eyepatch, obviously, he's the most significant goodest boy we've had yet.
fucking love talking an iPad. Minute fucking rules, man. Anyway, let's go. Oh, sorry. First, officially, goodest boy of 2021 is Cosmo from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Whew. By the way, if we ever do like a sort of like the 10-year thing that I mentioned before, like the battle out, I feel like this might be the single hardest category.
Oh, mate.
Oh,
Don't even think about it. Right. In terms of the poll, winning goodest boy from the listeners with a crushing 41.4% of the vote, which is like the second place one got 17% by comparison.
Jesus.
So at 41.4% of the vote was Chorizo.
yeah.
Yeah, I
But
thought
the thing
so.
is,
Yeah.
if you see Chorizo, like just an image, like all the images, it is like the
I
most
have seen those
adorable.
images, and
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
agree.
And-
It's just
Number 2, Bidoof. Garrett Kidney Redemption.
how many Garrett Kidney polls have we got?
Number 3 was Kammy.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm surprised at that.
Yeah.
Cosmo was 4th.
My goodness.
I see.
All right. So
Let the people down, but you know what? I don't
Yeah.
care.
We're right, so it's fine.